evilslothman here, back for another vid. Yes! Hello! I've been back. It's a week. It's been gone. There's reasons. I may explain them. I may not. There we go. No, basically last week was a long week of hours. Plus, I had my birthday on Sunday. So I was up in Inverness last weekend. And so yeah, stuff happened and that. But we have some pickups. As it's been around my birthday, I got some money from my parents. I've just gone out and spent some money on my own and everything. So I've been buying stuff. Some of the stuff is not here. This will be done in another package video. And there's a story behind that because it's a story that keeps on giving. Giving me stress is what the fuck it's doing. But there we go. As Snestastic, we'll go with the first one. And really, this game doesn't need any more introduction than that. It is GoldenEye 007 on the Wii. Now this is the collector's edition that came out here. It came out in the States and everything. So it has the game, which doesn't have a not for resale thing, so you can't even take it back. You have to take it back with the box and the controller. Which, well, I don't take stuff back, but there we go. Apart from looking at that box, which we're going and there we have the Golden Classic Controller Pro, which we all agree the Classic Controller Pro is a hell of a lot better than the original Classic Controller. But as we've discovered playing this, it's actually better to use the GameCube controller to play this game, apart from one little niggly little bit.
Yeah, that's one niggle compared to everything else.
Well, it makes you play everything and actions with B, and it just annoys me when I do it that way. But yeah, alright, we've seen that. What I've played so far, it's been a pretty damn good game. It's a very different, well not very different, but some little things that are niggly, especially Valentine.
Yeah.
I always went Valentine in GoldenEye. It was my favourite character, probably because it's Robbie Coltrane and that. But yeah, his character fairly gets nerfed. A lot of it has been very well done. They have these really cool kind of slowdown moments where you can pick stuff off in kind of slow-mo that's quite really good. It's only like in certain scenes. It's not like you could do it like Max Payne and just go straight to slow-mo. It's only at certain bits, and it works really well for the way they've done it. Especially kind of like the hostage situation in Frigate. That was really well done. I'll put up the code. I'll send it off to Snestastic first. I'll do that tonight.
He'd have to comment on my vid saying that he's going to send you his one.
He hasn't done it yet. But I want to hold like an 8-player GoldenEye matchup because me and Cyberlanky fairly want to strut our stuff on this game, and we're going to have a little game in here. So yeah, so if anybody really wants to have a game with us, send us a message, leave us a message at the bottom of this video or something, and we'll exchange Wii friend codes and everything over on private messages, and we'll set this game up. Because it definitely has to be done. This game just demands it. The next game is a game that I've wanted for a long time. And one of my older flatmates when I was still at uni had this game, and I remember watching him play it and absolutely loved the soundtrack to this game, and I loved the concept of it. And that is Shadow of the Colossus for the PS2. Now this is the cardboard. I don't know if they actually did a plastic edition for this one, because they didn't. When they released Shadow of the Colossus on cardboard, they released a plastic edition of Eco, and that didn't go down. Well, it went down enough that people wanted it because it was the cardboard one was completely rare. But I don't know if they did a plastic one on that. I know they're releasing it in HD remix thing, but I'm not entirely keen on them boxes. I had to look at the God of War one. It just looks a little bit tacky. I know that it's got the HD res and everything, but HD for HD's sake is maybe not the best thing. But what this game is really, the way it's done, the art style in it is so very, very gorgeous to look at. If you see anything at The Last Guardian, you know it's going to continue like that. The way he basically every level is like a boss. There is no moving. You get in the horse and you move between levels, but basically each level is a boss fight. But the boss fight, you have to go through and grab onto certain bits and climb up all these little different platforms and everything, which are the boss themselves, to reach these things. Like some of them in the air, some of them are just giants that take about 45 minutes to complete and everything. It's epic the way it does it. So yeah, that game is just amazing. I got it for something like £22 or something, which is probably about what it's right about. I saw somebody, who was it the other week, that got it for like a £5 out of game. That guy's a bugger. And the last one I found in Inverness on my birthday yesterday. So it is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. Now, I've been watching a few people put up videos of this on YouTube, and I absolutely love the battle system for this. It works so well. It's very, very simple the way it is. It kind of works how Budokai 2 worked. Well, actually, no, Budokai 3, but there's bits of Budokai 2 in there. What am I saying? Budokai 2, it was more the way they fight and everything. You have like things that you could charge up, and then you'll launch things as sort of simple commands. But it has like a helper mode, which is kind of like very much Marvel vs. Capcom in that sense, and you can send people in as helpers, and you can combine attacks with that, and they can be even more super ultimate attacks in that. They have these very fluid, like cutscene kind of in the middle fights where it's very much quick time events, and you're having to tap buttons and everything, and all that is really, really well done. What's not well done is the little bits of story in between. It's like they have this, which I could only be reminded of PS1 RPG kind of thing. You're going into towns and you're like, it reminds me of like Final Fantasy 8. You're like, oh, I'll draw some of this, I'll draw some of that. Well, it's not drawing, it's like picking up mushrooms, picking up leaves, picking up this, speaking to everything, doing these little crappy walk around quests. And it doesn't need it. All these could have been done is like if you want it to be basic, very text box, or some cutscenes or something, in-game cutscenes. They did not need to faff around with all this in-game padding. But apart from that, once you actually get to the fights themselves, it's really good. It's just the little bits in between getting to them fights that annoys you. But I will strive with it because the fights themselves are worth it. And they feel like really epic battles, and the way they've stylized them is really well done. So I'll put up some footage of that. I'll put some footage of GoldenEye. Shadow of the Colossus, yeah, I could do that as well, but I'll like to bring the PS2 back in here. So, alright. Also, tonight I've been going through and I have a box of stuff that I'm just getting rid of. I was having a look at A. Murphy's video A. Murphy 245's video last night. He was going on about his collection, how he got rid of a load of stuff that he knew he didn't like, and he had it for the sake of having it. And looking at it the same, it was like the same with the N64, and you're like looking at some of the stuff I bought. I bought like Madden and NASCAR and stuff like that, and literally, I'm never going to play them. I watch American football. I watch Lord Cat's podcast on it. It goes over his predictions for every team and everything and how it's going to work. And I get quite good enjoyment out of that. But I'm not going to sit there and say I know exactly how American football works, because I don't. And honestly, I prefer to watch the rugby. But that's to the point. So I've come to the decision that I probably won't be going for a full UK PAL collection, because why would I want something like 100 games that I know I'll never play? There's no point in that. So, to be honest, I'm still gonna buy a load more PAL N64 games. I'll be buying some Jap ones. I'll be buying a few more Super Famicom games, some Mega CD games that I'll be wanting, some PS3, some 360 games. But there'll be games that I will actually take enjoyment and actually want to play. And that's the main thing there. So that's about 10 minutes. There we go. That's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But alright, this is Evil Slothman.